Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Don't Argue here. If you're new, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff there. I'm just a footy dude who loves his footy. Obviously the Fremantle Dockers, but also AFL in general. If you follow me, I'll be doing tips, tricks, and flips. No, maybe not the tricks and flips, but definitely the tips. And give you guys my post-match review as well of the Freo games. And maybe even my pre as well, depending. But in saying that, we'll get into it. So this video here is about my top 5 Freo Docker players to look out for. As we know, 2020 and 2021 has been a season of injuries and a bit of light there. I think regarding some players individually, some players have absolutely shown through, and some have shown through to the point where it's like, you know what, they are definitely due for a big season, regardless of reviewing them. So I've got 5 players. Again, this is all subjective. Tell me yours. But in saying that, we'll get into it. Number 1, Caleb SERONG. Simple as that. So wrong, so right, GOAT, whatever you want to call him. I just love this dude, man. For a small player of a small stature, he packs one hell of a punch. You see him in the midfield, and then he's running, he's tackling, he's disposing, he's there, and everywhere. He is just an absolute maniac on that oval. I love watching Caleb SERONG play. I'll be honest with you. He's that type of player where when he's on the field, you feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, you actually feel as a fan, you feel like, okay, we're okay. He's got it under control. That's the type of player he is. And he's so young too, yet he just brings this sort of, this quality about him that you just can't really describe. But it's something that I love looking forward to. Do you think it's unfair for me to expect it? Or do you think it's unfair that generally as a collective, maybe us as Freo fans, we do expect it? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think if anything, this is what it is. Like, this is who he is. SERONG is this guy. This dude, though we have BRAH, I'm telling you, man, if SERONG became captain, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. That's what I'm going to say. I've said no more. But yeah, definitely Caleb SERONG. Watch out for him to have a big year. I absolutely think he's going to freaking rule it this year. He's going to lead. He's going to high disposal touches. He's just going to be right there in the thick of things. That's why. Number 2, Michael FREDERICK. We got to remember, guys, that a few years ago, he was picked in the 60s. 50s, 60s. What an absolute maniac. This guy on ball, in terms of speed and fitness, just look at the dude's body. He's cut from head to toe. He's built like a Roman marble statue thingy. just an absolute wonder to watch. Whenever you see Freddie in open space, with the goals right there, you just know it's game over. It doesn't matter. During the Eagles game, I remember one of the commentators saying that in terms of speed off the dash, he's the fastest player in the AFL. I'm not sure if it was the first 40 or 50 yard, but whatever it was, he's the fastest player. And he's just got that acceleration, and oh my gosh, you know, Freddie, oh look, I'm not here to, there's not a video about Freddie, but you can see me already. I love this guy. He's so good. And what he's going to bring this year is, especially as a forward, oh man, oh guys, just imagine it. The speed, mismatches, oh boys, ladies and gentlemen, this time. Number 3 for me, this one here, you may be surprised, but I had Brandon Walker. I thought there were little patches there last season where he actually showed he could do something. Whether it was the way he played, kicked, disposed, or even the way he was just all over the field, he's a very good player. I think he's someone who's grown into his role quite fast. He's matured very fast. And again, another player like similar to Michael FREDERICK in that he was a high pick. I believe he was like pick 50. Like, he was in the 50s, thereabouts. Again, somebody who, man, you know, Dr. Bell, you know, right? You know, Dr. Bell, the dude who's in the lab for us cooking and mixing all these chemicals for us to get these players. Trust in Bell. Believe me, Dr. Bell knows what he's doing. Let's step the heck away from him. He knows what he's doing. Brandon Walker, for me, is somebody to look out for. I think he's going to own it this season. I think he really is. Much like Michael FREDERICK, much like your SERONGs, it's those type of players where you play them more and more and more and more. And again, touch wood, hopefully he doesn't get, you know, injuries. Obviously, Michael FREDERICK happened to him last season. Fitness would be important for Brandon Walker, but I'm saying I expect big things personally. Number 4, the big KAHUNA. 19 years old, over 190 centimeters. Oh man, I love I just love watching TREACY play. He's a big physical body. You know his body's going to mature, and he is going to get right into the contact the older he gets. He already gets into it now. He gets stuck into it now. In fact, I reckon there are some times when you see him play and you think he's he's already playing like a player in his 20s, late 30s, because he's so, big and physical, and it's just good. It's just great to see. But for me, I expect more from him. I expect big things from him, actually. Goals-wise as well, I'm hoping he's improved his kicking, his marking, but his physical presence is always going to be there, and I think that's going to be a big part of him this year. He doesn't back down from no one, and I think that's the beauty. That's the beauty about him, and that's what we need. And for such a young player as well, to just have... There's just something about Josh TREACY where, obviously, the squad, but then I think like Josh TREACY is almost on his own buzz, and I mean that in a compliment. He's just his own little rugged stature person of who he is. But he's fun to watch, and I cannot wait to watch the big Kahuna round 1 bodying people, man, because let's go. Number 5, Hayden Young. Hayden Young. Yes, we can say last season wasn't the best sort of sample, considering there was a lot of injuries in between. But from what he's shown, it's something you're willing to take a bet on. I personally am expecting big things from our defender there. He was brilliant in patches of the season. Even the game against the Eagles. Granted, it's preseason, but you get my point. I do see him playing a really big, relevant role in us, and granted he hasn't had the same exposure or growth as SERONG has, and that's what injuries can do for you, but I do absolutely believe that he's a player that can meet the standards, and I reckon he's in for a big game. I see him as a player who's very self-determined, and to be fair with you, I think he understands his role, and I think he's that player who it looks like to me he's going to have a big year. I personally feel inward, he's a player who's like, yeah, you know what, I'm probably not where I need to be, but this year, I'm going to step up to it. And that's the sort of feeling I get from Hayden Young. But I cannot wait to watch him play, excel, and again, just be that player I know he can be. Because we know he can be. Simple. But again, guys, you tell me your thoughts. Hey, am I wrong? Am I right? Did I forget somebody? I bet you I have. But in saying that, you tell me your thoughts there. But again, take it easy, guys. I'll see you guys next time. And yeah, thanks for watching. And just remember, don't argue. Bah!